Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I am up with a layout for Sketchy Sunday for Traci Reed Designs. And the sketch will be up in the corner. It'll also have been at the beginning of this video. So I want to show you what I went ahead and did so far. So I started out with a piece of white cardstock. I stamped it using the lumberjack plaid, and I used this sort of Christmas stamp from my stash. Just stamped it randomly all over this white cardstock, and I'm going to mat that on this red. So that is going to be my background. Now, I am definitely, as you can already tell, not following the sketch. Not 100%. My takeaway from this sketch was I really loved the strips of layered paper. So what I did is I took a strip of 6-inch paper, just white cardstock. I did trim like half an inch off because I knew I was going to mat it on this white. And so I just went and took 3 pattern papers. I am using the candy coated collection from Traci Reed, so I am doing a Christmas layout. So I took 3 pattern papers from that collection and I put them on that white cardstock in the same sort of pattern as what the sketch called for. So that is my big takeaway from the sketch, is that I wanted to do that layered diagonal strip, but I didn't want to do a whole page of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it not right in the center, but a little bit down toward the bottom. So I'm going to have a little bit of probably like an inch and a half down at the bottom, and then place this pattern paper now, and then my background will be these 3 layers. So this will complete my background. The other thing that I am going to bring in is I'm going to have florals, so that does pull in the sort of floral elements from the page. And I'm not going to have a directly in the center, kind of like the sketch. It's more centered. My embellishments are going to kind of go from almost a small diagonal, I will say, right about like this on the page. So I have done some things ahead of time. This is my photo, and I do plan to have my photo. So I've even oriented the photo differently, and I only have one photo. The other, in place of the other photo, I have a 3x4 journal card from the collection, and my title is actually going to go on here. So I'm going to mat my photo with these pattern papers here. So I just have a white scrap, and then I have this tone-on-tone red from the collection, and then the heart paper. So I'm going to mat my photo 3 times, and that's going to go right there. And then, like I said, my title is going to go on here, and I have one of the words from the collection, which is Santa, and then I have the word came. So basically my title is going to be Santa Came. And I did off camera as well create this bow with one of my bow dies. I'm using the kind of tone-on-tone pink striped pattern paper from the collection. So I do plan to have that on my layout as well at the top of this 3x4 card. So that right there is going to be what my background is going to look like once I get my photo matted. And then, like I said, I'm going to have my title on here. So it's going to go something like this. And so once I have that, I have created some little piles for my embellishing. And when I was doing all of this, I did decide that it was kind of blending all together a little bit too much. So I did pull out my Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide, and I did go ahead and I just added a little bit of inking to all of the edges. So, and I did the same with the embellishments. So you'll see that as we go. I'm going to go ahead and get this down, and then we'll come back with the embellishments. And then lastly, we'll add the enamel dots, and that'll pretty much finish this one up. So let me get this down and we will get to the next step. Everything is now glued down for my background, so it is time to come in with the embellishments and go ahead and get this layout decorated. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to put a cluster up here, which is not in the sketch at all. Like I said, I pretty much stopped at this point looking at the sketch, and I'm just playing. So if you're looking for a true, like I'm following it 100%, this is not the layout for you. But like I said, a sketch is just a jumping off point. And so for me, I just want to take inspiration from it. And in this case, my inspiration was just that one, especially that one element with those pattern papers all layered up side by side. To get that sort of chevron-y kind of feeling on that background. So I really love how this layout is looking, and I like using that 3x4 for my journaling. So now it's just a matter of playing with all of these fun embellishments, and like I said, I did put some Distress Oxide ink around the edges, so I did distress the edges of all of these. And like I said, I'm going on a, I don't even want to call it a diagonal, but kind of a gradual diagonal maybe, I guess you could say. I definitely wouldn't call this a true diagonal layout, but I'm kind of playing on that theme a little bit. And really I've taken, I want to say everything that I'm using for this particular layout is actually from the, I want to say it's all from the sticker sheets. I don't think I have anything from the digital kit. No, I don't think anything's from the digital kit actually for this layout. I think everything is exclusively from the sticker pages. So if you only have those, then you can definitely recreate this layout because I am strictly using those. So, and basically all I'm doing is just layering up the pieces. So I have some presents and then some florals and some trees. Those are kind of the three elements that I kind of went with in general for this layout. And so that's what you see me playing with here. And so I don't really have any rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of putting down, I guess you could say, the bigger pieces first. And then coming in with the smaller pieces and filling everything in. So don't really have like a set location. I kind of have in my head that I wanted this wonky kind of diagonal, but apart from that, I don't have like a plan of like, I was going to lay this one here and this one here. I just really want to fill in my embellishment clusters and just make them full and fun and very whimsical for this particular layout. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just going to play and place the rest of these elements down. Don't know where I want to put this, maybe up there. All right. So now the bad news is I've laid all this down and now I have to glue it all down. But basically this layout here, I'm going to try to keep it in because I really like the way this looks. I'm going to try to keep it looking the same when I go to glue this all down. And then at that point, I think all I'm going to do is come in with a few enamel dots. I'm debating whether I need to add something else from a different texture standpoint, but I don't really know that I want to. I think I just want to add the enamel dots. That'll be a different texture in and of itself. So, I'm going to pop some of these elements up so that more than just my bow is sort of lifted off the page a little bit. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. We'll come back, just add these enamel dots and call this one good. Okay, last up for this layout is some enamel dots. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple of clusters of enamel dots. And we are going to call this one, I don't know where to put this one done. So I'm just going to get these clusters put together. And nothing too crazy, just wanting to add that extra texture, a little bit of interest in these embellishment clusters, using up these last couple of enamel dots that I have on this sheet here, because I have just a couple here and there random dots, so I'm just wanting to get them used up since they are floating around my space. And I think I'm just going to tuck in a couple more over here. I like just that little pop of color kind of peeking out here and there, and the green kind of pops a little bit. Having a few extra enamel dots just kind of snuck in here and there. I do really like how this one turned out. This was really fun. Be sure to check out Traci's blog. There'll be other design team members up today with their take on this sketch. And that is all my enamel dots down, so be sure to check out the blog like I said. Check out Traci's shop for lots of fun digital collections, and still photos will be coming up next, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.